It's just finished. Nottingham Forest 2, West Ham United 0. Truth be told, I think it could have been more to Nottingham Forest. Our man of the match was Alphonse Areola yet again. I thought he was our best player despite losing 2-0. We got smashed 6-0 by Arsenal last weekend. We needed to see a reaction today from Moyes. We've seen a bit of a reaction with the starting 11, 2 changes, Souček drop. We've seen a bit of a reaction. Not enough of a reaction, a bit. But we needed to see one from the players. We needed to see that they were pissed off after getting smacked 6-0 by Arsenal, that they were pissed off not winning in 7 games, going to a side who numerically they are in the bottom 3 of the Premier League in terms of points gained this season. We're not in good form. I mean, we're a crap team. Players are in crap form. Formation, tactics, it's crap. But Nottingham Forest, they're not a good side. They've deserved to win. Don't get me wrong. Nottingham Forest deserve to win today. They are improving under Nuno, but they're still not a good team. This is arguably one of the better teams we could have played in order to try and turn our form round. We needed a reaction. We got nothing. It was absolutely shocking today. When the starting 11 came out, I'll be honest with you, I got a little bit optimistic seeing Antonio back in, having 3 attacking players on the pitch. I wasn't happy with the starting 11, happy with elements of it, but not all of it. But it was an improvement. There was something there. I started to get a little optimistic. Well, I'll tell you now, after about 10 minutes maybe, I felt a little stupid for getting optimistic. I thought, this is just awful. They were all over us from the first whistle until the last minute. They deserved to win this game. Make no mistake about it. The red card doesn't impact this game whatsoever. It was stupid from Kalvin Phillips. We'll get onto it. But no impact whatsoever. Areola was keeping us in the game. They had by far the better chances, more chances and the better chances in the first half. 2 good saves from Areola, one from Elanga, one from Gibbs-White as well. They got their deserved goal. Now, Antonio had a really good chance himself. Kalvin Phillips had a decent opportunity on the side of the box, but team effort at the goalkeeper. And then Antonio looked like a striker. Well, he looked like a winger playing striker. He'd gone back to looking like a winger today. And now I'm not going to dig out Antonio by the way. I thought he had a decent enough game. I think he got bullied. But in terms of bearing in mind the situation, the context of Antonio, he put in a shift. He got bullied today. Antonio got bullied. But when he was through, he looked like a striker with no confidence behind him. The striker that had been out for months. And it was good defending by Murillo. But today's game isn't Antonio. I just want to say that before people think I'm digging him out in particular. I'm not. But he got bullied. Kudus got bullied. Bowen got bullied. Everybody in our team got bullied tonight. Nottingham Forest were up for it. Their sleeves were rolled up. They were getting physical. We did not like it one bit. All we did was whimper, complain to the referee about it, that Nottingham Forest were being a little bit aggressive towards us. Didn't like it whatsoever. Forest beat us in terms of attitude. Tactically, Nuno beat David Moyes. All over the pitch. They beat us today. They got their goal from Awoniyi. He's a fantastic striker, isn't he? But I guess this is the difference between a natural striker, perhaps not a natural striker, a striker that's got match sharpness versus a striker that doesn't. They both got one big opportunity. One of them took it, the other one didn't. But ball came in. Aguerd headed out, no problems with his header. Brought down by Dominguez. We got out quick-ish. We could have got out quicker. Ward-Prowse Alvarez went to close them down. By the time they got there, he'd already picked his pass to Awoniyi. Incredible first touch by him, just to spin Aguerd. Fantastic finish. Really good play by Nottingham Forest, but deserved 1-0 lead. And this is where, we played better football in the first half to some extent, but it was meaningless. They were allowing us to have the ball. We were knocking about. They were allowing us to have it. We didn't create anything, though. We didn't create anything at all. We didn't lay a glove on them. And the only reason we were having possession is, like I said, Nottingham Forest gave us it, but it was Nottingham Forest. This was not a great side. Nottingham Forest are not good. They've got good players, and like I said, they are improving. But let's not make on they were prime Brazil or anything today. Felipe made 2 big errors that we could have capitalised on. We didn't. Went in 1-0 down at half-time. Like I said, Nottingham Forest deserved the lead at half-time. I just wanted to see, a reaction, key word, isn't it? I want to see a reaction in the second half. I think there was a little bit of one. We turned the aggression up a little bit. We were pressing a little bit faster, but not enough. Everything was just done in small margins. There was no changes by David Moyes at this point, which is unsurprising. He eventually shuffled it, moving Antonio to the left, bringing Kudus over to the right, and moving Jared Bowen up front. Now, Antonio struggled. Murillo, Felipe, they both dominated Antonio today. He struggled physically to get into this game. So our solution was to take him out of the attack and put Jared Bowen up there. Jared Bowen. Now, Bowen was not having a good game. He was struggling to get into it. He was in his best position. We weren't getting the ball out to him enough. He wasn't getting involved enough. But if you want to make sure you don't see Bowen for the rest of the game, you put him in up front against two really physical centre-backs who are coping with Mikel Antonio. It was just bonkers. We've seen a little bit more of Kudus for 5-10 minutes maybe, then he died completely. Antonio did all right down the left. He tried. Like I said, I think Antonio's, what we got from him today in terms of level of effort was acceptable. Not all of them, but Antonio, yes, given the context. And then Kalvin Phillips loses his head. He just lost his head. Dominguez gets in the way, he's slowing us down, taking a free kick, and he shoves him, gets a booking. They both get a booking for it. But it was always coming. This was always, one of our players was always going to snap because we weren't in control. The referee was letting a lot to go. You know, Soufal got slapped in the mouth a couple of times. Cornet got an elbow in the mouth. There's nothing, I don't think there was anything there that was punishable. I think they were accidental, but Forest were there and they were physical. We were allowing it to happen. We didn't get a grip whatsoever. Kalvin Phillips decides to lose his head, shoves him out the way. Do you know something? I'll be honest with you, I quite liked it. I quite liked seeing one of our players go, nah, I'm not having this. Get the fuck out of the way. Because it was about time we seen someone that was pissed off with this performance. Because up until that point, it looked like most of the team were okay getting beat by Nottingham Forest, that they didn't mind we were struggling. And there was one guy in particular that struggled from start to finish, but I'm going to get onto him. I'm leaving him till the end. The second yellow, though, is just stupidity. It is complete stupidity from Kalvin Phillips. You've just been booked. It's an awkward bounce. Gibbs White's always getting there. You could see a mile away what was going to happen. Does he make a meal of it? Yes, but you shouldn't give him the opportunity. It was a stonewall second booking. I've got no complaints whatsoever regarding red card. It was just stupid from him. He's had a horrific start. Yeah, I know someone will say, I thought you were I was pleased with the signing of Kalvin Phillips, but what a terrible start he's had to his West Ham career now. Contributed to 2 goals, and now red card, going to miss the game against Brentford next week. Just a terrible, terrible start from him. I don't think he had the best game, Kalvin Phillips. Not the worst one, but it wasn't the best one either. But just a moment of madness there to, like, it wasn't a straight red or anything. It wasn't a dangerous tackle, but to get a second yellow, it was difficult for him to get away with that and not get booked. He would have had to win the ball. And even if he won the ball, given that he's gone in with his foot up high, you're asking this someone like Gibbs White just to go down and get a free kick at least. It was just stupid from him, and we were probably never going to get back into the game. Right? I'm not saying Phillips has cost us the game. I don't think he has. He's cost us the opportunity to try and equalise. Now, I will be honest. Even if Phillips remained on the pitch, I still don't think we would have equalised. I think we could play for another 45 minutes with 11 players and still not score a goal against Nottingham Forest today. So I'm not blaming him for losing. I'm just blaming him for being stupid and getting sent off and making it easier for Nottingham Forest to go on and see this out. Because there were spells in that second half where I felt a little bit of nerves from Nottingham Forest. The fans were a little bit iffy. I can understand why. It's a big game for them. They need 3 points. They're desperate. But there was times where you were putting their defence under pressure. They would make a rash clearance or something like that. There was opportunity. They were making mistakes. We were just not capitalising, and we were not making enough errors. They should have had a penalty. I'll be honest with you. I think that was a pen. If that happened to a West Ham player, I'd have been screaming for that to be a penalty. I kind of understand why they've not told the referee to go look at it, but is there contact? Yes. Is it enough to make him go down? Maybe not. But I think there is enough contact to let the referee decide. I think Cornet got away with that one. No, I don't blame Cornet. It's just clumsy. He's watching the ball. He's trod on Nico Williams' foot. It's not the end of the world. It's clumsy. I think we got off with that one. Another couple of good saves from Areola in the second half. One from a volley from Danilo, probably the pick of the bunch. Alanga missed a couple of really good opportunities to put this game to bed. Our opportunities in the second half, didn't have any. Bowen had a shot on the edge of the box, which trickled into Sal's arms. Kudus was there. Probably should have passed it. Ward-Prowse had a free kick that went comfortably over. It was a difficult position. He was never going to score. Well, I say never, he has, but I wasn't confident he was going to score that. Got some free kicks, refused to put the ball in the box against the side that is up at the top for conceding set pieces. We decided, nah, we're not going to put the ball in the box. That would be stupid, wouldn't it? We'll just play it short and go backwards. We had nothing. We had absolutely nothing there. We started making substitutions. It's difficult when you're down to 10 men, but I think the subs should have been made before going down to 10 men. They obviously made it 2-0 in the last minute. Hudson-Odoi got the goal. What's Souček doing? And again, I know it's not Souček's fault. He's come on when we're down to 10 men, the game's over. But when I'm watching that, Edson Alvarez heads it. Yates is there. Souček just lets him have it. Free header, bang, there you go. Nico Williams does near for Gerd. Ball in, comes off someone, falls to Odoi. Great finish by him. And Nottingham Forest deserved the 3 points. They deserved to win by at least 2 goals today. I've always sort of, in the last few games sort of said, no Paqueta, no party, almost trying to humour myself, if anything. But insinuating we're a one-man team, well, actually we're a two-man team, Paqueta and Areola. If it wasn't for our keeper, that would have been worse today. We've conceded, prior to this game, we conceded 9 goals in the last 2 games, and the solution was to keep playing the same defence. Kurt Zouma was awful today. Absolutely terrible. He got rinsed by Awoniyi on numerous occasions. Should have been booked earlier than he was. He should have got booked in the first half. The referee let him away with one, probably because he'd already had to book Kudus and someone else. One of our other players was on the booking at this point, I think. Could be wrong, but I think there was Antonio. Antonio was booked as well. So Zouma got away with it. Should have got booked earlier. But he was just horrific. He didn't stand a chance against Awoniyi. Even times where he wasn't involved, where Nottingham Forest would break, they'd cross it, a shot. And Zouma, it was never in Zuma's territory. But just watching it back, he's just nowhere to be seen. He's so far behind. It was awful. But as soon as he was booked, he should have been taken off. Moyes shouldn't have started. But at half-time, it was glaringly obvious there was a weakness with Kurt Zouma. I think he stunk the gaff out today, personally. He's just getting worse every week and becoming more hindrance. Now, in terms of the goals, he's not really at fault for either of them. Gerd's involved in both of them. But I actually think Gerd, I'm probably going to get a bit of stick for this, but I actually thought he had an all right game. I think in possession, he was our best player, which is pathetic. But I genuinely thought in the first half, Gerd was looking really good in possession. Like I said, listen, defensively, yes, big criticisms. In terms of us having the ball, I thought he was our best player. Took a player on, won us a free kick at the end of the game. I thought, who else has done that for us? Nobody. I actually meant, it sounds bonkers and it feels stupid saying it out, these words coming out of my mouth, but it's my honest opinion. I thought Gerd was all right and one of our better players in possession. Does that say a lot for Gerd or does it say a lot for the rest of them? I think it's possibly a little bit of both, but I think we were shocking today. I think Kudus didn't want it. Nico Williams had him in his back pocket. He really did. I thought Kudus was poor, got bullied. In the middle of the pitch, we had absolutely no composure. We did not dictate play in there whatsoever. Phillips and Alvarez in there, but yeah, Gibbs White kept on picking up the same pocket of space time and time again, getting in there and causing us all sorts of bother. Alanga could have had a hat-trick. Hudson-Odoi could have helped himself to another couple. Awoniyi got his goal. I thought Forest were good today. Nottingham Forest were good today. But I think we contributed a lot to that. We made them look better than they are. And maybe a Nottingham Forest fan is listening to this to get offended. I don't care. We were crap today. We were really, really bad. 8 games without a win now. This is bad. This is really, really bad. The subs, I mean, Kone came on, didn't do anything. Souček came on, did nothing. Like I said, I got a little bit of optimism in me before the game when the lineup came out, and that's because Souček was dropped and Antonio was starting. I think, hello, here we go. Maybe we could do something. We did nothing. We actually did nothing today. It was pathetic from those players. The manager, he's under pressure. I want to see a reaction from him as well. Like I said, we got half of one with his starting 11, but in terms of the way the team play, the way the team set up, the way the team go about it, there's no reaction there from the manager. He genuinely thinks. I listened to his comments when I did a video yesterday, and a couple of people said, "Have you seen his pre-match press conference?" Mercedes, there was another couple of people commented. So I went and watched it. Oh my word! Just when he was asked about Arsenal, he said, "Yeah, I watched it back. He basically said, I did everything I could. I did nothing wrong. Pathetic. Well, what's your excuse for today then? Yes, the players are culpable, but so are you. It's just not good enough from anyone at West Ham at the minute. But it starts in the boardroom, ends with the players on the pitch, and the guy in the middle is the one in the dugout. It's cheaper to replace the manager. I've always been quite sort of happy to keep Moyes till the end of the season and just let him see out his contract and off he goes. But my justification for that was, well, we'll still do all right. We could still maybe get European football. Well, we still can. Today, we can still get European football. It's a big if, but we still can. It's possible. But I do think the club are going to have to take action ASAP. And when I say ASAP, I mean tomorrow, Monday, they're going to have to take action because this is just unacceptable now. We cannot have... Lucas Paqueta came back too early last time and got injured again. And the same thing is going to happen again because we already are desperate. We've just got more desperate after today. We deserve to lose. Nottingham Forest deserve to win. Not good enough from anyone involved. I think some players played okay. Like I said, I thought Aguirre played okay. I thought Antonio gave his all things considered. But far too many players do nothing. Far too many players go in hiding. James Ward-Prowse offers nothing. Bowen Kudus, bullied. Zuma, crap. Man of match, Areola. We've got beat 2-0, and I genuinely think our man of match today was Alphonse Areola. It's not fucking good enough. Anyway, I'm going to disappear. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'll be live tomorrow at 9 a.m. For our debrief show. No Charlie, so I'll be going solo, unless I find somebody who wants to join me for a chit chat for half an hour or something. But I'll be live at 9 a.m. tomorrow for a calmer outlook at the game and get interacting with you in live chat. So if you're about at 9 a.m. tomorrow, please do come join me because I don't have my co-host with me. But if you enjoyed this review, please drop a like, comment, subscribe to Hammer's Chat. I'll catch up with you tomorrow.